Tonight's story is called The King's Pudding. In the middle of the rainforest, the morning sun shone through curtains of lush green leaves. Birds sang, frogs croaked, and gibbons whooped and screeched between the trees. Little Mouse Deer stepped cautiously down to the river to drink. The rainforest was a dangerous place, what with crocodiles in the water and scorpions and snakes in the undergrowth. Not to mention the mighty mean tiger who could snap him up in 2 quick mouthfuls. You had to have sharp wits to survive in the forest. How lucky for Mouse Deer that he did, and Tiger didn't. Looking up from the water, Mouse Deer saw a flicker of tawny fur striped with black, just like the body of a tiger, he gasped. Breakfast, snarled Tiger, claws unsheathed and ready to pounce. Mouse Deer looked around in panic. Oh no, I can't possibly be your breakfast, he gabbed. I have a really important job to do. I'm guarding the king's pudding. The king's pudding? Tiger was puzzled. Mouse Deer pointed at a brownish cake on the ground. It's the finest pudding in all the land. It's so delicious that the only person who's allowed to taste it is the king. I have to make sure no one else comes near it. Tiger looked disappointed. Couldn't I just try a tiny bite? The king would never know. Not a chance, said Mouse Deer, unless, I know, we could pretend you chased me away. Brilliant, said Tiger. Roar! Off you go, then. Mouse Deer raced through the trees. Closing his eyes, Tiger took a long lick at the brown cake. Blah! His mouth filled with thick river mud. Tiger could taste sludgy earth between his teeth. Mouse Deer, he yelled. Wait till I catch you. Mouse Deer heard Tiger's roars of rage, but he was far, far away. Surely Tiger would never catch up with him. Settling into the shade of a mighty mangrove tree, Mouse Deer let himself relax. By midday, the air was heavy and clammy. Soon the day's rains would start. Insects chirruped and buzzed, and Mouse Deer was at the river's edge, leaning down to drink. Beyond the bushes, almost out of sight, were 2 heavy paws covered in thick, tawny fur, almost like the paws of a tiger, gasped Mouse Deer. Lunch, growled Tiger, leaping out. Oh, I've been looking forward to this. Mouse Deer looked frantically around. I can't possibly be your lunch, he protested. Not while I'm guarding the king's belt. The king's belt! Tiger was suspicious. There, do you see on that branch? Isn't it magnificent? Mouse Deer pointed to a jeweled bright loop. Of course, no one else is allowed to wear it. Such a pity. It would really suit you. But the king would never know, whined Tiger. How could he guess you'd let me try his belt? Someone else might tell him, said Mouse Deer darkly. Unless they saw you chasing me away, of course. See up here? This is the belt for the king. Tiger opened his mouth to roar, but Mouse Deer was already gone. Tiger shrugged and reached up to pull the belt down from the branch. He wrapped it around his waist once, twice, and it began to writhe. Then it hissed in fury. Tiger's beautiful belt was a snake! Maddened, the snake sank its fangs into Tiger's soft, furry belly. Yow! Far upstream, Mouse Deer paused when he heard the tiger's roar of pain. Then he ran on a little further, just to be safe. By the evening, the rains had stopped and the new moon rose in a clear sky. Fireflies gleamed in the shadows, and Mouse Deer patterned down to the river's edge for a drink. Two fierce eyes were watching him steadily, just like the eyes of a tiger, gasped Mouse Deer. Dinner, roared Tiger, and don't think you can talk me out of eating you this time. Mouse Deer looked around desperately. There was a faint buzzing in his ears. No, 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 he cried. You can't! Not while I'm guarding the king's drum! The king's drum, snorted Tiger. Look above you. A dark shape hung from the tree. Such a drum. It may not be much to look at, but the sound, it's like magic. People say when you hear it, you just can't help dancing. And I suppose only the king is allowed to play it, said Tiger huffily. Oh, yes. Not that a king is a very good drummer. You'd be much better, I can tell. You have a natural rhythm. Do you see the drum up here? It's not fair, Tiger grumbled. Why should the king have a drum he can't even play? Why can't anyone else play it? Let me try. You can say you didn't see me until it was too late, or I know, you can say I scared you away. Far, far away, agreed Mouse Deer, taking to his heels. Tiger puffed up his chest and reached for the drum. To his surprise, it broke away from the branch where it was hanging and fell at his feet. A swarm of angry wasps poured out, stinging poor Tiger again and again until at last he dived into the cool green river. Mouse Deer, Tiger roared. Mouse Deer, I give up. I have a mouthful of mud, a snake-bitten belly, and my paws are covered in wasp stings. And I still haven't had my dinner. Oh, you're too clever for me, Mouse Deer. I promise I'll never try to catch you again. Mouse Deer hadn't had time to run very far after all. Hidden behind a bush, he heard Tiger's roar and smiled to himself. He had survived one more day in the forest. The end.